Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to The Sting, the show that keeps you up to date with not only Alabama State football, but news and coverage around the HBCU world as well. We got stats, we got some updates for you. So without further ado, here's your host, the one, the only, Jim RatherNot.
It's your boy, I'm back in the building. Hi guys, this is your boy Jim RatherNot. And what an absolute excellent performance we had from those Alabama State Hornets as we break a 2-game losing streak and get off the snide and beat Southern, the team that was in first place in the MAC Sweat West. Well, not anymore. Now we done blown that chance wide open to see who can win that division. Now let's break down the game real quick. What you saw this weekend, people, was a great display of the dynamic duo of Tavares Jackson and Keldrick Williams. Since these receivers dropped so many passes and are not dependable as they were earlier in the season, Tavares and Keldrick had to take matters into their own hands. Now, Alabama State was up 14-0 in this game at one point, and then Southern came right back with 2 touchdown catches from Sean Swain. He was beasting. He had over 170 yards receiving. But it was the great Tavares and the great Keldrick that kept Alabama State in the game. Also, what we can't forget about is the great Neil Bryant, who not only returned the kick for a touchdown, he caught a critical touchdown pass. It's a shame that you can't depend on your receivers and you have to depend on the cornerback to make a big play for you. That's just sad. Now, 2 things about this game was the 2 critical 4th down plays by Alabama State. Look at this catch here by Johnson. That was such a critical catch. We needed that very badly. And then another one was that 4th and goal call when Keldrick scored his 2nd touchdown. But lo and behold, it was the run game, mainly Keldrick and Tavares, that got us over the hump in this game. Both of those players were absolute superb. They were so good. Keldrick was even named National Player of the Week as well as MAC SWAC Player of the Week. Look at Neil Bryant here making a big play for a touchdown catch. That was an excellent play there by Neil Bryant and Tavares Jackson. And then look at Keldrick here, just cruising into the end zone like he's been doing all season. The man has been an absolute beast. One thing I forgot to mention, you're going to see later on in this video, is that Keldrick is up for a very big prestigious award. Now let's check out the rest of the HBCU world. First you have Alabama A&M beating up Alcorn. Then you have Texas Southern destroying Arkansas Pine Bluff, and then Temple goose at Prairie View A&M. Oh wow, how many teams did Temple beat this year like that? And then you have Grambling and Bethune, with Grambling coming out winning by 10. And then finally you have Florida A&M over Mississippi Valley State. Meanwhile, in the Ncaa, aka the Sun Belt, you have Norfolk beating North Carolina A&T. Then you have South Carolina State beating Morgan State. Oh wow, that looked like it was a pretty close game. Morgan State's only won 1 game this year. Yikes. And then you have Howard putting a goose egg on Delaware State, 23-0. Now that looks like it wasn't even a challenge. Now let's take a look at the Heisman hunt. Now you got Joe Brown, you have Chad Henne, Mike Hart. Oh, and look at this. Vince Young is back in the race. And finally, Matt Leinart. Now remember what I said earlier about a prestigious award? Look at this. Keldrick and Tavares are up for the Maxwell. Look at this. Tavares Jackson is up for the Best Quarterback Award. Wow. This is surprising considering he hasn't even completed 100 passes yet this year. But that's mainly due to the fact that these receivers keep dropping a lot of passes. And Keldrick's even up for the Doak Walker Award. And look at Neil Bryant. He's up for the Best Returner Award. Oh wow, we actually have Hornets up for some big time awards. And look at that. Keldrick is now named National Player of the Week after that excellent performance versus Southern. Meanwhile, in the MAC SWAC, you have the White Claret winning defensive player of the week for the Alabama A&M Puppies. Oh, my bad, the Bulldogs. This is who we got next week, by the way. I can't wait for that game. Meanwhile, over at the Sunbelt, aka the MEAC, you have Warren Rivera and Adam Russ winning offensive and defensive players of the week, representing Norfolk State and Howard. Now let's take a quick look at the standings. As of now, Grambling is on top of the MAC SWAC. They're on top of the MAC SWAC West, and then you have Texas Southern on top of the MAC SWAC East. This next game is very critical, because not only do we have a rival, we have to win this game in order to stay in the hunt. Now join us next time as we get ready to take on the Alabama A&M Puppies, Bulldogs, in the Guptown. And guess what? It's the Magic City Classic. What else needs to be said? I can't wait for this game. I really hate those people from Huntsville, those puppies. I can't wait to put a beating on them. But that's it for the Sting. Thank you for watching. Go Hornets.